What's happening, guys? Welcome to Born Offside. Holland's just yawned as I commenced the podcast.
You tried to take it away.
Tried to catch it.
Tried to catch it.
Big weekend, huh?
Big weekend. No, not really, actually. Didn't drink this weekend.
That's good.
Had a glass of wine. Red wine.
Look at you.
Hey, I'm changed.
No,
You're a
changed
mature man,
Went
huh?
gym on Sunday. I'm changed.
That's what I'm talking about. You don't strike me as a red wine drinker.
Nah, I'm
You,
not.
you don't mind a bit of vino?
No,
You must have been
I'm trying to like, diversify.
Yeah.
You must have been on a date.
Nah, me, dates.
What was the context of the red wine?
I'm chilling at home, glass of red,
Fair.
football on.
Oh, red with the football.
Yeah,
Classy.
Football on, yeah, mate. Yeah.
On your own?
On my own.
Wow.
Love
Yeah.
that.
I don't know. I don't believe
Do you
it.
drink on your own, Claudes?
Nah.
Yeah.
Wow, now you guys making me sound. The fuck? I thought we were having a wholesome moment.
Definitely not my intention.
Shade thrown.
No, it's sweet.
It's just a question.
Just make sure you keep it to one glass, bro. When you're
Yeah,
on your
just
own.
one, just one.
if you start-
Otherwise, talk to us about it,
Yeah, we're always here for you. We're always here.
You guys are making this an intervention. Can we move on?
How's it?
Speaking of intervention,
Yeah?
I mentioned this to you earlier, and I was like, I'm going to bring this question to the couch.
Oh, let's go.
Because on Sunday, I was supposed to go on a date with someone, like a first date with someone. And I messaged them on Saturday being like, are we hanging on Sunday?
Right.
Never opened the message.
Oh, shit.
Hey, yo.
So
Call the fire brigade. Yo. Hey, yo.
Shit.
I feel like this is such a good content opportunity
Yeah.
for me to ask you the question, like, why, like, what's the deal with guys? Why do they do that? Because the date was his idea. I never said anything.
So he's initiated this.
Yeah, he said, like, let's go out for drinks on Sunday.
It's double booked, I reckon.
Yeah.
That's-
Double
maybe.
parked. Oh, no.
How long ago did he initiate this?
Like the Tuesday or
Oh, it's the same
something?
week.
Yeah, the same week. Oh, I mean, like, I don't feel like I'm being dramatic.
I reckon maybe, he maybe had a mad Saturday.
Maybe he might have had a
Maybe.
big Saturday. No, but you messaged him on Saturday,
Yeah.
checking about the next day.
Yeah,
I
but
just
he
said,
did he
like-
reply to you on Saturday?
He didn't
He hasn't
open the
replied.
message.
That's what
He still hasn't replied?
I wouldn't know I unfollowed him.
Oh, shit.
I'm not going to lie, that's worthy of an on-flow and a block.
Yeah?
I'm a man to do that.
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
straight.
It's disrespectful. Like, don't waste my time. Like, you didn't waste my time because I didn't go anywhere. But, like, in theory, you wasted my time.
Yeah, it's a shit guy. Look, he's just scared of confrontation at the end of the day.
Yeah, true.
He could have just been like, oh, no, I've actually got something else on, but he's
Like
too
the-
scared to do that.
yeah.
So,
So that's a message to you young guys out there.
Yeah.
Young and old.
Wait.
No. I
Why
meant,
should you say young
I
guys
shouldn't
out
have said
there?
it like
you love,
that.
she loves a young guy.
No,
doesn't
I
you
knew
bloody
it.
cougar.
That's the problem
No.
with you. You keep dating so young, man.
America.
No, it's not what I meant.
It's exactly what you meant.
20-something, it's fine.
If you're
Yeah.
in your 20s, you're young. Okay. No?
I love the way you're saying this.
Yeah.
Because we haven't got long. I haven't got long left in my 20s, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
Anyway, just be respectful, my friends.
We're both way too old for Cat. But anyway,
We
let's.
definitely
We're
are.
about 5 years
Shut
too
up. We
old.
do this. How's your dating life, Claude?
Fantastic.
Yeah, tell us
Are we
more.
going to talk football?
We're going to talk exactly. I'm
Fucking hell.
with Olan on this one.
Okay, fine.
Let's
Fine,
talk
fine,
some
fine.
football. But actually, before we do talk, we are talking football. You've been watching the Beckham documentary.
Yes,
That's what you did when you got ghosted.
I binged the whole thing on Friday night. It was fantastic. Like, really, really good documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, I pretty much feel like I've watched it through TikTok.
That's what I'm. Well,
you've seen plenty of
for me,
Beckham
I'm English, so I've watched
Yeah.
so many Beckham documentaries,
Yeah.
and I also know all about his career. Like,
Yeah.
I know all about like the free kick against fucking Greece.
I could watch that time and time again.
You know,
Yeah.
like the whole Sir Alex. Like I lived it in real time.
Yeah, true.
So I was like, oh, why am I going to watch a doco on him? But I can understand everyone else.
But I think like what's cool about the documentary is like for people that are more into reality TV and then your football people, it's like the perfect happy medium.
Yeah, right.
Because they really did both. And like I sat with a friend and watched it and like, she kind of like loves that whole like Kardashian style.
yeah, Victoria
style show.
Becks,
And so it's like
Posh Spice.
yeah, it's like the perfect thing for like a couple to watch.
Yeah.
But the thing is, also, I think a lot of people didn't know how good Bex actually was.
Yeah, top player.
Because he was such a superstar, everyone thought like
In his prime,
In his
right?
prime, everyone thought, like he was more known because of his stardom and his
Yeah.
looks. I'm like, no, Bex was like.
But then
top
you
player.
see, you say that, and I do think there was always that question of whether or not he was overrated. But when you look at like him moving to Real Madrid, and it was like it's almost like they didn't rate him for his football. They got him over because of his
Yeah.
Well,
everything that
apparently
he
Zidane
brought.
said to him like,
When he come in, yeah. I
"Did you
saw
see that?"
part,
But I
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
how. I don't know if that's. I don't know if I believe that.
Well,
But-
in the doco, you can like they show the moment where they shake, like they
Yeah.
exchange jerseys at the end of
Yeah,
that
yeah,
game, and
Zidane says,
and
"Come-
apparently that's
come to
when Zizou
Madrid,
said that.
Come to Madrid.
Well, I think Bex was a top player, but I think the only other people to have ever hit that superstardom, like superstardom,
Yeah.
are probably like Maradona, Pele, Ronaldo, Messi. So you're talking now the best players in the
Yeah.
world. Bex probably wasn't the best player in the world,
No.
but he was really good.
He was.
It's
He was.
the image.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And
'Cause they
that's
did
why people
that.
say he was overrated.
They did this thing. They talk about it in the doco where there was some campaign to be like, let's find someone in the world who doesn't know who David Beckham is, and they found like some guy out in like the desert of Turkey or something that didn't know who he was. Forgive me, that's not exactly where it was, but I
Yeah.
just can't remember.
Yeah.
But it was something like that. Like that's how famous he was.
Yeah, he's
like
massive.
no one didn't know who he was.
He's massive. He's massive, and the scandal as well. Does he actually admit to cheating in the doco?
They don't say he cheated or whatever, but he alludes to how lonely he was when he first moved to Madrid.
it's okay
that
then.
it was
It's
such
always-
a
it's always a-
challenging time for him and Victoria, and that like he doesn't know how they made it out of that. And I think that in one way or another was confessing to something.
So he's the victim again. He's the
Really
victim.
victim.
Poor guy had to go play for millions of dollars in
Play
another
for Madrid,
country.
in
play for
another
Madrid.
country, away
Fucking
from the family. Oh.
You know what I
Crazy
mean?
nights out with Ronaldo.
Oh,
and
it's a terrible life. You have to
Horrible.
feel sorry for him, Kat.
Yeah. Do you know what though? Like I know you're being sarcastic, but like I do feel that it's such a strange reality that they live. They're like thrown into this. They have everything in front of them, so much temptation. Like your values would be really challenged.
You see this, bro? You see what you're
Apparently-
experiencing right now?
Yeah.
What?
Apparently
If you're
they
a
have
famous athlete, you get away with it. That's what Kat's saying. It's
That's
fine.
not what
it's
I'm
fine
saying.
because they're tossed into this. They weren't ready for it.
No.
But
I'm
an
saying
average
your
Joe can't go
values-
and
I'm saying that their values get challenged.
okay.
because they have options.
Well, come on. Let's not beat around the bush. We know that when you're that
Cheating's
level
cheating.
of
Whether you're
stardom,
Beckham or your
Joe Blow.
old mate from the corner store,
100 but
cheating
I
is
wasn't
cheating.
talking about old mate from the corner store. I was
Yeah.
just talking about that particular scenario for David Beckham.
Yeah.
Like I can see how it would have been an extremely challenging time, and I'm not condoning the cheating.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like the fact that they made it out of that is a testament to their marriage.
Yeah. I mean, it's worked out a lot better than if they
Yeah.
were broken up over it. Let's be real. They would have both been like,
Apparently they have an open marriage, but that's just me.
oh,
What do you mean
reckon?
that's just you?
That's
Are
Mm,
just
you
me.
involved?
That's just me speculating.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
There you go. Maybe.
Who
Maybe.
knows? Well, they don't touch on that in the
Apparently, it's a
documentary.
lot more common than you think, but we'll get to that later. Let's
Will
actually
we?
talk some football from the weekend. The Oz Cup, Sydney FC winner.
Yes.
They
Did
beat-
either of you go?
Oh, it was in the Gold Coast.
Oh, you were.
Didn't get an invite. Kat was like, sometimes you've got to pay
See,
for these things.
Olan doesn't buy tickets anymore.
Listen,
my
mate.
response to Olam was sometimes you have to buy a ticket.
I
bro.
was
Yeah.
like,
Like,
nah, man. If you want me to, I'm not even saying it like I'm a big deal because I'm not. But if you want me to come, then just say, hey, Olan, like, are you gonna come? Or if not, then nah, man. I'll be drinking my little red wine, chilling at home, vibing.
Right. Well,
well, we all went last year and it was really good. Like
Last year was
final.
really good. I think last year's was probably a little bit more anticipated because of the
Yeah,
teams,
the
right?
NPL team.
yeah.
Makes a difference.
Yeah, definitely. Ultimately, there was some drama because there was a bit of refereeing drama with the whole VAR, lack of VAR. Because
Lack of VAR.
well, they reckon in the A League now there's going to be no
That's
VAR.
what they've said.
Something
really?
to do with, I think it's a financial thing.
It has to. Yeah, because it
True.
costs a lot of money. Like
run
I didn't
that.
even realize
Yeah, but
how
come
much
on,
per
man.
game it costs to have VAR.
You got to put it in.
Oh, 100%.
It's pretty amateur if you don't have it.
in the top league, in the
top
country.
league,
you
Yeah,
come
should
on.
have
it's
it.
giving amateur, isn't it?
But in saying that, there was a bit of I don't know where this came from, but Will Stevenson wrote it to the pod. Was Cat going for Brisbane in the Oz Cup?
No, why?
I don't know. Did you say
Oh,
something?
because I've said that I'm not like a crazy Sydney FC fan.
Right.
Is that what they've
I
assumed?
don't know, man.
But
I
you
was-
should be a Sydney FC fan.
Yeah, I was obviously rooting for Sydney FC. I have no connection whatsoever to Brisbane Roar. Like,
Right.
why would I?
I don't know, man. Will's saying that. I don't know if you posted
Maybe
something or.
because I didn't post when they won.
Yeah.
I was just quiet on socials this weekend,
Yeah.
Girl needed a day off.
Yeah.
Just quiet and chilling. Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear
Yeah.
you. It gets like that.
Nellum 94s are Sydney FC. Are they contenders or pretenders this season?
I haven't really taken an in-depth look at their team and who they've recruited this year. But obviously, I'm more focused on the Wanderers. But have you noticed them recruiting?
Well, like, Speaking
the
of,
Wanderers recruitment has been very, very
it
good.
was good. Speaking of a couple of like players as well, like Sydney were looking, they were looking quite bare about a month ago. But then they've picked up a few signings now late in the window. A couple of Brazilian players. I was catching up with Alex Bam-Johan.
Yeah.
Actually, saw him at the event.
I just saw him about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, he's been
as
around
well.
here as well. He's obviously he's transitioned from professional footballer into that agent role for Sydney FC. So he's picking up players. And he's played in Brazil. He's got a good connection with Brazil. So he organised those two signings. I think he's doing a really good job wheeling and dealing at the moment.
Yeah.
And they've picked up some good players and the young boys shining through. I don't think they're going to win it, but I think they're semi-final again. I think they're top four. I do think they're top four.
At the very least, it is, when you, for example, watching that Oz Cup final, like there are some fresh faces. And I
Definitely.
think that's kind of refreshing to see.
And my guy Lolly's fit.
Yes.
He's been working overtime.
He has.
The big fella's been working overtime. He
like
said it. He knows. He's fit as ever. He needs to get another year in that contract. He loves Bondi Beach too much. He's got to get.
That's why
He's got to get himself another
That's why
year.
he's playing so hard.
That's it, man. That's like Mark Viduka used to always do that. Towards the end of his contracts, he got fit and made sure he got another one.
Who's going to be the biggest like marquee signing this shit? There hasn't really been one.
Who's the biggest marquee?
Well, at the moment, it's probably Jack Woodwell, right?
Yeah.
Still?
He's also doing a great job at centre back. There's no real no big name, big. Like last year we had the Luis Nani thing, but that didn't work out. But that was big.
That was huge. That was like,
There's a couple of players still floating around.
Remember
Balotelli
when
got
we
picked
had
up.
Sturridge?
Did he?
Balotelli got picked up in Turkey, scored 2 goals on debut.
True.
Oh, man.
That's my guy.
Do you remember when we had Sturridge?
Yeah, remember that episode? It felt like it was like
That was like a
glitch
fever dream.
in the Matrix. Like he was actually here
Yeah, I know.
for like 6 months, if that.
Yeah, now he's singing Champions League previews.
Yeah, actually, I like it.
I do like it too.
I do like his breakdowns.
I do like it too. Let's go international. Biggest result probably in Europe this weekend. Arsenal beat City 1-0.
Yeah, last night.
Huge.
For what they couldn't do last season was like step it up at the big
Yeah.
moment.
I thought they were going to flop, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought they were going to flop, but I guess it's testament to how they're doing this season,
Martinelli
how
as
they're
well.
building.
Martinelli off the bench.
Saliba,
No Saka.
pocketed Haaland.
That's right. Yeah, that was the big talking point. No Saka. Obviously no De Bruyne,
Yeah.
which makes a huge difference for City. He still is, for me, the
Definitely.
best player by country mile. Our boy Kovacic was lucky to stay on the park. Couple beefy tackles that he threw in.
He's getting involved in the derby for sure.
Yeah, exactly right. But ultimately, a 1-0 win for Arsenal. City now
Huge.
have lost 2 games on the bounce. They dropped to 3rd.
That's the first time in a long time they've
time.
lost 2 games.
Only 3 times in Pep's whole managerial career has he lost 2
Crazy.
games in a row.
Only
And-
3 times.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
What the fuck?
Yeah, man.
And
That
isn't
is a
it?
mad stat.
And it's the first time Arsenal have beat City since 2015 or something.
You
right?
Did you
what
watch my
was
show?
gonna- you
I
know
did
what-
watch.
You
your
watched my show,
I
huh?
told
That's
you.
Oh, you
I
watched the
told you. I
highlights?
watch that every week.
That's it.
I'm your
That's it.
biggest fan, Claude.
You know what Pep's going to say now? We have to change.
We need you guys.
We have to change. We have to jump and change.
3 signings
New
in
guys,
January.
new guys, always new guys.
But it was great from Arsenal. Big win for them. Now they're top, but they're not actually top because
Weren't Spurs top? Oh,
Yeah.
so they're going top.
well, no, equal points, equal goal difference. Spurs are top on goals scored.
Oh,
So Ange Postecoglou's top of the league. I think
How
it's the first
crazy.
time since like the 60s that Spurs have started a season like this.
Long time.
They're top of the league despite a red card that they copped against your boys, Luton. Look, it's early days, but everyone's writing in. Can he do it?
I mean, why not?
can you imagine?
Look at him.
Nah, I'm not even gonna.
I don't want to jinx him.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to put some bad juju on there or shit. But like, what he's doing at the moment is probably converting half of Australia to Spurs fans.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even in England, they're singing his praises. I don't know if you heard of a guy called Expressions who does like all the funny reactions for Spurs, hardcore Spurs fans, and he's always roasting all types of managers, all the previous Spurs managers, and this is the only one he's been like singing his praises, writing rhymes about him.
Yeah.
So, no, it's good, man.
That's massive. It's massive for them, but it is early days. And he keeps laughing it off. Every time they ask him, it's like, it's 8 games, man. Don't ask me that question. It's 30 games to go.
Yeah.
That is a long time in football.
Which is true.
Something I forgot to say, Samir Nasri apparently he had to get he got removed from the stadium because he got into a fight with an Arsenal fan.
Nasri.
Nasri was at the
As
game.
in like Baller Nasri.
Baller Nasri.
What?
Yeah.
He's an Arsenal legend though.
But he went to City. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He was one of those guys that jumped
Yeah, he
ship
jumped ship and won.
and
Prem.
won. Exactly.
Yep.
He was one of those ones. Funny looking guy, Nasri. I'm not going to go into. I'm not going to go into that because he always. I'm not gonna
Funny
go.
looking guy.
I'm not going to go into that.
Gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, I got to be careful with things like that. Speaking of being careful, Mason Greenwood scored his first goal for Getafe.
Is he just scored his? I thought he scored ages ago, or maybe he
Nah.
just assisted.
No.
No, or was it?
I
his
mean,
first goal? Yeah, it was his
No,
first goal.
he made a big impact, right? Like, jersey sales and all that type of
Big
stuff.
jersey sales,
Such
which
a
is just-
controversial.
Wait,
player.
isn't like loads of people are buying his jersey?
He's the most
It's the
sold
most
Getafe jersey of all time.
sold.
Oh, that's
It's so offside, right?
that. Oh
Yeah.
man, I don't know how I feel about that. That's
I mean, he's a big.
because I feel like that's trolls
That's the thing.
buying his jersey from abroad
I mean,
and rocking a Greenwood jersey because they want to be a troll.
it's weird, right? Because he's actually a big player. Like, whenever has Getafe signed a player from Manchester United? It's unheard of.
Yes.
So that may be the reason.
Yeah.
But there would be a percentage of people out there that just want to be shit stirrers and will
Yeah.
buy that jersey
Truly.
because he's, escaped prison time.
For sure.
Anyway, look, he scored. It wasn't enough. 2-2 draw with Celta Vigo. But a lot of people now are saying because United's struggling for goals.
Very strong. United. Well, we're going to talk about their result on the weekend.
I was watching the game, so I don't know what time of the
Scrambled.
morning it was, but I just got home from a club. As I said, I was in the Gold Coast, and I was with some of my mates, and we sat down. One of my best mates is a Man United fan, and we're watching this game, and I'm very excited because it's 1-0 Brentford, and it's looking like it's heading that way.
Yeah.
And then substitution in like the 80-something minute.
McSauce, Mr. McSauce.
McSauce is coming in, and my mate starts
Insane.
going off. He's like, "See, this is what's wrong with this fucking club.
Oh.
We need goals, and we're putting in fucking McTominay." And he's
That
going,
makes it even funnier.
and I was just sitting there laughing. He's going off his rocket. 2 seconds later, goal, another one, goal.
Oh
McTominay.
my! He's that kind of player though. Sometimes, like he'll get like a random goal,
Yeah.
like a random 2 goals or 3 goals. Like I don't know how to describe
So
it.
he's thinking
but
of his touches. He touched the ball like 8 times, and 2 of them were goals.
Isn't that crazy?
insane, and it actually like good finishes as
Yeah,
well. Like
yeah.
especially the header was a great finish. I'm
Yeah, it was
thinking,
clutch.
Jeez,
Still, though, United got problems.
they still have problems.
There's no doubt.
Big,
I had
big
a
problems.
friend that was at that game and like just the emotional roller coaster of her stories.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
she's just so sad. She's like, what's going on? This club's always doing this to me. And then like McTominay scores and she's like losing her shit. Like
Yeah,
it was,
that's-
and I think that was just like emblematic of their entire season.
Yeah.
I think that just sums up football in general,
Yeah.
man. That's the beauty of football. It's like 1 minute you're like, F this, I'm done. And the next minute you're like, oh my
You
God.
need
Yeah.
games like that
You
to
do.
like put the spark back in it.
100%. That's the thing. The effect on the season, like
Yeah.
if they would have just beaten Brentford in like a shitty 2-1, it was like
Yeah.
a penalty or something. But when you beat Brentford in that way with
Yes.
2 late goals, it might have a different effect on the team going forward. So,
Definitely.
we'll see. But someone did actually come out and slam him a little bit. I think it was
McTominay.
Ten Hag,
Ah.
Ibrahimovic. So you see, Ibrahimovic did that sit
Oh, he
down
did an interview with Pierce? Was
with
it
Piers Morgan. Yeah, he did that.
Bit of
sit
a weird
down.
link up.
Weird link up.
But it would happen.
But it makes sense.
You know what's weird about Piers Morgan? There's a few
I mean,
things.
yeah,
There's a few
the
things.
list is long.
He keeps asking. He did the same thing with Ronaldo. He keeps asking these footballers, "What's better, football or sex?" Have you seen when he asked that
No,
question?
I didn't see that.
He asked Ronaldo. He was like,
It's such a
I
weird
think he
question.
was talking to him about like maybe the bicycle he scored, and he was talking to him about that, and he goes,
Yeah.
"Does that compare with to sex with Georgina?" And like
That's
Ronaldo,
such a weird intro.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And Ronaldo was like laughing. He's like, "No, I prefer sex with Georgina." And then he did the same thing to Zlatan, and Zlatan didn't answer it the first time, and he asked again. He's like, "But compared to sex."
I really need to know this answer.
Yeah, and Zlatan was like, "Sex is 10 times better." He's like, "Anyone that says that scoring a goal is better than sex doesn't know how to have sex." And I was like, "Bro, this is Zlatan answer." I was like,
Oh, and that's Zlatan as well.
Yeah, fucking
I've
oath.
been enjoying. Speaking of Zlatan, I've been enjoying the Prince Boateng went on a
bro,
poddy.
he's so good.
I think he's going to become a pundit because
He's
he's
really
so. Have you seen any of the
I
clips
haven't
of him?
actually seen it. No.
Yeah.
He's talking about his time at Barca. I think he was on Rio's pod,
Yeah,
and he was like telling loads of stories about like Ibra, talking about Messi in training. He was like, it would be him and maybe Rakitic in like a shooting drill against Messi, and basically says like Messi doesn't miss like 99 shots. Doesn't.
I love that. And he talks about Messi and how Messi like is actually a bad example for young players, but he doesn't mean to be. Did you see that one?
Yes,
so
yes.
unattainable.
He said, he goes like, Messi like does things a little bit differently, but he's gifted, but he does things differently. So
Yeah.
he just like, he won't really prepare. He goes, there was once in the changing where like the coach was talking and Messi was just on his phone on FaceTime to someone in Argentina. Like, he said they were about to walk out. Oh no, he actually said it was the day that Messi scored the stunning free kick against Liverpool and they won
No
3-0 at Nou
way.
Camp. And he goes, as we're about to go out to a Champions League semi-final, who's FaceTiming someone in Argentina, like laughing while the coach was talking. And he's like, and young players like look
You
up
see
to
that, and they're like, oh, well, Messi does it.
but he can just do his own thing. And like same with the way he trains, he doesn't run at training, but it's Messi because then when he comes to the games, he will, you know.
Yeah,
But young players are like, modeling on that. Anyway, he spoke Ibra was talking about Ten Hag and he goes, the problem with him is he's coached kids And these managers at Ajax,
Yeah.
they're coached like an academy team
Yeah.
and kids. And he's big on that because he's written I read his book, Zlatan's book once, and he was also like, he hates Pep Guardiola for this reason. That he says like he runs.
He says Pep's like a pretender or something, doesn't he? He doesn't
Well,
really like him.
Well, you can't say that anymore. Like,
Yeah.
he's done so much. But he says that he runs a football team like a classroom. Like he's got so many rules. You have to follow it. You what you drive to training, what you wear to training, the way you speak to people. Like,
But
the
then when
coaches-
you watch the Beckham doco, like Sir Alex Ferguson was exactly like that as well.
exactly.
You when you're at that level, you need that level of discipline as well, I think.
Yeah, I think so. But then there's different ways because then there's the Carlo Ancelotti way, which is like do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
As long as
And
you're
which
happy,
can
you'll
still
play
work
well.
for them.
Yeah, Mourinho's a bit like that too. If you're happy, you'll play well. But anyway, speaking of Serie A, Mourinho finally getting some wins. 4-1 win, double from Romelu Lukaku. He now has
Wow, Lukaku's firing.
the best start at Roma since Battistuta in the 90s, which is one of the greatest strikers of all time. He's flying, bro.
And they didn't. Was it which club did they want? Didn't they want him? It was Juve didn't want
Juve
him. Right?
and Inter both didn't want him.
Oh my gosh! I mean, he's a goal. I've always said this about Lukaku. He's a goal scorer. It's just he needs to be babied.
It's the thing. It's the third time in his career he's fallen under Jose Mourinho, and Mourinho knows. He knows how to get the best out of Romelu Lukaku. So maybe that's what it is. The management style.
It matters so much.
Yeah.
Like time and time again, you see how much better players can be under certain managers.
Yeah, definitely. But speaking of strikers in the Serie A, we had plenty of questions drop in about this one and just statements generally. David Binney, Giroud is a fucking god.
Oh yeah, this is crazy.
Giroud goes in goals,
So this.
makes a save, just a presence.
It's a great save as well.
It was, but he threw himself at that ball. If anyone didn't see it, Mike Mignon gets sent off. Milan had already made all their changes. Olivier Giroud goes in goals, saves the game. Before we talk about the save itself, he just gets better looking with age, doesn't he?
He does. He's a great. I think he was in my
fine-looking
top
man.
5 best looking footballers for
Yeah.
sure. He just looks like
He's not your type, I know, but
He's good looking.
he's
though.
a good
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
man.
he just looks like he's aged like fine wine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
very very good looking lad.
Yeah. And mate, he's done a great job in goals.
Apparently Milan have updated their website and he's now part of the goalkeepers list.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
saw that.
best.
Yeah,
Yes.
France did the same thing
That's the
for the
best.
squad coming up this week. They go, we have 4 keepers, and they've added him in it. Brilliant, but
How
why
good
not?
is that?
Liverpool fans been complaining against VAR again. I don't think we spoke about this last week. You see, Jurgen Klopp said he wants the
He
game to be
did.
replayed against Spurs.
Oh really?
For that
Yeah,
VAR
yeah. So
drama.
he came out because the PGMOL, which is like the, like the
VAR
Premier
people.
League association of all the VAR stuff.
Yeah.
Well said, Kat. He spoke out against them, basically admitting that they had made a bad decision.
Yeah.
That in reviewing it, they knew that they made the wrong call at the time. So Klopp's basically saying, well, you've admitted that it was the wrong call, that we should have a rematch.
Yeah. Come on,
It's not
bro.
going to happen.
reckon
You're never going to
No
have a
chance.
rematch.
Come on, relax. Well, now that they're going off about Pascal Gross should have been sent off for the shirt pull leading to the
Yeah.
penalty, it's just Liverpool fans need to just relax a little
No,
bit.
no, it's always
It's always VAR's fault.
someone else's fault.
It's always
you know?
someone else's fault with you guys. Just, you know.
Sometimes you can see it though.
Like Chelsea are rubbish and we just accept it.
Exactly, we accepted it. We've not been
Oh,
complaining
look at
about
you two on
refs.
your high horse.
Do you know what I mean?
We're just the
You know?
perfect loser fans.
Yeah.
and we bounced back against Burnley, but we're still level headed. We
Exactly
don't,
right.
we just slowly.
Exactly.
Anyway,
But Roberto De Zerbi is Jurgen Klopp's new nemesis. 4 games,
you
2
can't
draws, 2 wins for De Zerbi. Klopp has
can't-
never beaten him.
you can't argue
Really? Is this
what this
bogey
man
guy?
has done.
And he buys his players off him. And still he can't beat
I
him.
know.
De Zerbi's the man. Luis Diaz, though.
Luis.
Luis Diaz.
I did notice on the highlights this morning your Portuguese pronunciation is fantastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, who do we have on there? A couple Portuguese. Famalicão and who's the other one?
Guimarães.
Vitória Guimarães.
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 Decent.
I love the Porcos. They're great. Frangos, treat yourself. There's a new Frangos opening up somewhere.
Where?
I don't know. I heard this the other day. I can't remember where.
Let's try and get a
We got to
sponsorship.
go. Double chicken burger.
Please.
We'll do a
love
mukbang.
love a Frangos.
We'll do a what?
A mukbang.
A what?
You don't know what that is?
Do you know what
It's
that
not
is?
what you're thinking about.
What? What do you think? Whoa, I got so many questions. I got so many questions.
Because you go.
It's an eating show.
Oh.
So it's,
What did you call it?
Mukbang.
Mukbang. What did you think I thought?
There's a category. Isn't there a category?
Producer Shams, he's shitting himself over there.
Is there not a category
I don't know what you're talking
called
about.
mukbang on? No? Okay, anyway, that's just
Whoa, where?
I don't know, man.
A category on
There's I'm pretty sure there's an X-rated category called something like
called
that.
Mukbang.
Something like
Definitely not that.
that.
I'm
There he
aware
is. Somebody confirm in the comments.
I'm trying to think whatever would sound like mukbang.
Let me Google it right now. I'm pretty sure there is.
of. Well, to be fair, you could also pronounce it mukbang,
Oh, that's
Yeah,
more
m-
like it.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's what I'm
A
thinking. about.
mukbang.
but it's a Korean
thinking
word, and it's
gangbang.
actually
Is that what it means?
God.
Probably. I don't know. I'm just trying to think where
Anyway.
Olan's head would have gone.
yeah, no.
No, I'm
It,
pretty
it goes
sure.
all places. We will never know.
I'm pretty sure.
Mukbang.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, I'm worried what you're searching.
What are you?
right now.
What are you
I'm
looking up
just
right
pay,
now?
I'm just putting in.
Anyway, while he's doing that, mukbang,
Right.
which is how it's pronounced, it's a Korean thing. It started in Korea. It's an eating show where like you basically eat in front of a camera and like people would like stream it and watch with you and eat their food, and it's this whole thing.
They eat their food as well at the same time.
Well, that's the idea. Is like nobody is eating alone, but people would also sit and watch these people eat like extreme amounts of food. Like
Koreans are weird, man. Like
Careful.
Koreans are
Careful.
I love
we
Koreans.
love Koreans. I love
actually-
Korean food.
I love Koreans because they're so fucking funny, man.
Oh.
Like the shit that they come. Of course, they came out of Korea, bro. They're funny.
But if for example, if we had Francos on an episode and we're all eating and talking, it would be considered a mukbang.
A mukbang. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Did you
Cool.
find your category you're
Yeah, it's
looking for?
pretty much it involves food
Oh.
and sexual
Oh,
stuff.
so it's like a food porn category.
Yes.
What's it called?
Mukbang.
Oh, there you go. So he was correct as
Damn.
That's
well.
what I said.
Right.
I don't know why I know that.
Okay, we know
All
what
right.
Olan's into.
Well, we
Sick.
are talking about just the eating version.
All right. Well, anyway, before the mukbang chat, we were talking about Luis Diaz.
We were.
Right. He picked his ultimate five-a-side. He put in Allison, Virgil van Dijk, Gerrard.
Okay.
That-
Okay. It's very Liverpool.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
so
yeah.
sweet.
heavy.
Yeah. Dalglish.
Yes.
This is all time.
Okay.
And Shaqiri.
Shaqiri.
Shaqiri
Wow.
made his all-time five-a-side.
he-
Does Shaqiri get underrated as a
Yes,
player?
He does get a
I
little
think he
bit
does.
underrated.
Nobody. I've never seen anyone built like Shaqiri.
He's a
He's
nugget and a
different,
half,
hey?
eh?
Yeah, why does he get? He's a what do you say?
What?
Nugget.
He's a nugget of a man.
He's such a nugget.
He is
He's
a
like-
nugget.
God
Yeah.
bless.
Yeah.
But he's a nugget that can move. An agile nugget.
100%.
Ajon, nah, he does get underrated a little bit.
He does, yeah.
He does. He played for Liverpool, didn't he?
Yeah.
Was it for
that
a
whole
minute?
squad
Obviously,
is
it was.
Liverpool.
Yeah, he played for Liverpool. He played for... Was he at Bayern at one point?
Nah,
No, he wasn't at
Bayern as
Bayern.
well.
Didn't he go there at one point?
No, I feel like
went
he
to
He's
did
a
France.
play
journeyman
in-
as well. Like he's
He went
played
to
for
France as well. He went to Lyon.
bunch
he
of
went to
teams.
Stoke.
Yeah.
The
I remember-
Inter. It's been everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I thought that was random. I thought if I could bring that up. Look, Chelsea are back. That's more important. Tano Miller, can Chelsea turn this season around and get to a European final? Well, maybe not in Europe, but can they get back into European football?
Listen, it's very, very early doors. There's one game against Burnley. We need to settle down.
We
As
definitely do.
Chelsea
It's
fans.
Burnley.
We definitely do. It's 2 wins because we
Well,
beat Fulham as well.
yeah.
But yes, I would not be getting.
Got to
ahead of
beat a
myself,
big
right?
dog first.
Yeah, Ronan humbles. Chelsea are back, baby. Caleb Bora, Olan must be cheering. Chelsea are finally winning.
I forget how many like closet Chelsea fans I've got following me as well.
Yeah.
Like when we're
Closet. Why are they closet?
because they never say anything, and then when I post it, they're like, "Yeah, I'm so mad as well."
It's
Yeah.
like,
And I'm like, bro,
Where's your support?
yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, they come out of nowhere when we're losing or stuff. But no, I mean, who knows? Hopefully we're on the right track.
Yeah. Well, one man who's in big trouble. I mean, I don't know if you take him anymore. Paul Pogba. Do you remember he used to play football?
yeah, I know.
Paul Pogba actually makes me sad.
I'm sad about this too.
Like this genuinely like makes me like sad
Yeah.
because he was one of my idols when I was playing and everything. Like definitely one of the people I always looked up to.
I feel for Pogba because he clearly has an injury problem. He clearly has a body issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Constantly pulling muscles. He's constantly getting.
I think it's similar to like Jack Wilshere. We can compare it.
Yeah,
Because
potentially.
but the thing is with Jack Wilshere, like we kind of knew. Whereas with Pogba, because he hit such a high, we were
Yeah.
like, this guy's taking the piss. But it actually wasn't.
No, exactly. And I think it's because of his like the way he is. He's a bit of a showman. The way he's off the park, people think he's taking the piss. He's not. He's lazy. He's not training properly. But ultimately, he has a lot of injuries. Now, the newest thing is he's failed 2 testosterone tests
Seen this.
at Juventus, right? So he's clearly jabbing himself with something he shouldn't be. They did the first test. They then followed it up with a second. He failed that as well. He tested positive to both. So he could be done for doping, meaning he cannot play in the Italian Serie A anymore. Who knows how long this ban could go for. Is this the worst fall from grace in football history if he's actually found positive with some sort of steroid?
It has to be. Who else has won a World Cup and then a couple years later, you're
done for doping and you can't play.
you're done for doping and you can't play. He has to be the biggest fool.
Look, I don't know how long players have been done for doping before,
Yeah.
and you had the Rio Ferdinand scandal. I know CB, what's his name, Colo Touré got done once as well. It happens a lot to these guys. The thing is, a lot of the time, injury-prone players get done for doping because they get so desperate, and their doctors and they
Like, I need
They
something
want to speed up the
and
the
it's not
process.
necessarily steroids. There's a lot of like borderline supplements.
Well, I was going to ask, because both of you have had surgeries before. Like, is there anything that's on the table as like this can speed up the healing process
100%.
that would come up in a drug test?
100%.
Yeah. So like that's the frustration of someone at that level, because you're talking about this fall from grace. Like, it's not like he doesn't know about that.
Yeah, of course.
That's what he wakes up to every morning, and the reality that he
hears
has.
it,
And
sees it,
you
and
can
it's
understand why like you'd fall onto doing things like that.
I've taken
desperation.
I've jabbed my hamstring with random shit.
Yeah.
I had a doctor jab my hamstring. You get that. This is only at a semi-pro level, but I was young and I was training with a pro team. So it was after a knee injury. I tore my hammy. I came back, I tore my hammy again. I came back, I tore my hammy a third time.
Far out.
And I was like, bro, I can't do this. And I was missing like really big opportunities. And so I was just like, whatever the fuck I need to take. And it wasn't like a steroid, but it was like on the list of banned substances. But I was like, fuck it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you get desperate. You're like, well, I'm losing my career anyway.
Yeah,
I can't play.
What's
So
the
like,
worst that can happen?
and it's extremely common, particularly at the semi-pro level. It's extremely common because these are guys
Are they
that
testing at a semi-pro level?
like very rarely.
Yeah.
You
Have
know?
either of you two been tested in your like at that level?
I've been like to games where they just take a random player or two, but I've never just.
Interesting.
In America, they used to like, but it'd be scheduled drug tests.
Right. So you
So
knew.
you'd know when it was coming up and stuff.
Yeah.
But how's it really?
Interesting how they tell you when it's coming up.
Yeah.
Seems
They
to
do
defeat
because
the
of
purpose. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird at the college level. Basically, they tell you when the person's coming or when the person's coming in or whatever. But like some people might be testing positive, so that's why they tell you, because then you can go to someone and be like, "Listen, I think I'm not going to pass this," and then they give you one free, and then the next one you're fucked pretty much.
Sorry, coach, I had a big weekend.
Yeah, sorry, coach, I had a big weekend. I think I'm going to fail that, and then yada yada.
Exactly, but bad for poor Pogba.
I
Look,
feel
I think he
for
should have
him.
just gone to Saudi Arabia, man. I think he should have got the bag. Apparently, they wanted him. He should have just gone, called the quits, go make some money, and go over there, because clearly his career's fallen.
Because he'd be making bags even if he wasn't playing.
100%. We're going to get to someone who's done that recently, but Jude Bellingham, I wanted to just bring him up.
Oh,
we gotta
my
bring
God.
up
He's
Jude.
amazing.
Scored another 10 goals in 10 games to
Massive.
kick off his Real Madrid career. I think he's equal to Cristiano Ronaldo's record.
Crazy.
But he's a centre mid.
From a centre mid, it's just I'm really confused. Like, a kid from bloody Birmingham is
Birmingham.
literally taking the world by storm.
Yeah.
Could
It's
win the Ballon
incredible.
d'Or.
Yeah.
Like, and he's just so chilled.
It's
He's
sick,
so
man.
mature. Like he plays like he's so much older. Like it's such a delight to watch. Like I love this. I love the whole story.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. He plays like so much older than he is. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
20 years of age. Can you believe it? He's even his interviews and stuff.
Did you see the interview where he was like, "You're such a mature 28-year-old."
Yeah.
He's like, 28. I'm 20.
Yeah.
You just added 8 years to my life.
Yeah. No, he's flying. He's flying. He's going to be in England camp this week.
Yes, it's happy to see it. Well, Sterling got left out.
This is cool. But he took that personally. He played like an animal on the weekend.
I don't agree with Sterling being left out.
Yeah.
Because if you're going off club form, then
Yeah.
Why is Maguire there?
Why is Maguire always there?
Why is
Yeah,
Calvin
but
Phillips?
but Southgate will back Maguire to the hills.
But that's the thing. It's like
But how
Sterling
much
has always
Sterling-
been
how
great
much
for England.
How much
know.
Sterling has done for
This
England?
is just the shit that
he
you
should be
see on a
back the
national
same.
level. Like in every code, you see this kind of like allegiance between player and coach.
Yeah.
Until you've got a new coach, there are some players that are just going to always be there.
Is that lack of like proper competition? Like England at centre half. I know you say like, okay, we got you got Tomori option. You got maybe like the Chris Smalling who gets left out.
There's
But
not
at
huge
wing,
centre
at
halves.
winger, you're talking
Yeah.
Bukayo Saka's, you're talking Jack Grealish's that have all come out in the last few
Oh, there's
years.
so much
Even
talent.
like your Fodens and is that why
There's
Sterling
way
is
more
getting left out?
competition,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yes.
But I always think back to what he'd done at every major competition.
He's always been good for England.
He's always turned up.
And it's not like he's gone. He's still playing for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so crazy,
It
hey?
should be enough to make the England
Yeah, it
squad.
should be
Well,
enough.
he's getting Watkins back in and
Yeah.
and that, and like, I mean, that's because of club performance. Like,
Yeah.
there's no doubt that they're being picked for that reason. So you do wonder, like, if it is an internal relationship thing as well,
Yeah.
because that always comes into play as well.
100%.
People
yeah,
forget
definitely. Definitely. But yeah, Jude Bellingham, first name on the team sheet at the moment. He's over there. England taking on Italy in a big game at Wembley.
How are the Italians looking?
Shit. Nah, look, I don't know. Spalletti's doing a decent job. I think Italy need it more than England this game because
Yeah.
Ukraine's there as well. England have started perfect. Italy have slipped up a couple of times. So should be an interesting game. But it's their rematch. It's the first time they meet at Wembley since Italy beat them in the Euro final.
Oh,
Crazy.
So I think the English have a big chance to put this to
Yeah.
bed. They do not want to lose to the Italians there in front of 90,000 English.
I don't think
Again.
they will.
No.
When you look at that squad, I don't think they're going to lose.
I don't know, man.
You reckon?
Let's see. I'm not saying Italy
Okay.
will win, but I could just see like something. The Italians know how to play the English. International break, international football, not the most exciting.
Oh,
Do you know what?
I know you
we,
guys.
No,
I
no,
like it.
I've fallen more for the international stuff
I
now.
have.
The last
you've changed
two
our
World Cup-
You've
yeah.
changed our minds.
The
for
Born
sure.
Offside plus the last two World Cups being
Yeah.
like part of this community has
Yeah.
changed me.
Yeah, I think it depends what you're watching. I mean, at least this is qualifiers,
Yeah.
so it means something. For
Yeah.
Australia, it doesn't really mean anything. Australia
No.
playing England next week, and they're playing New Zealand in England
Yeah, which is
The
interesting.
women's, right?
this weekend.
No, men's.
No, men's, bro.
Oh, men's
They
playing
announced
Australia.
the Socceroos squad last week.
Ah,
Australia's
I know.
playing
I know they announced the
That's
Socceroos
for
squad.
these games.
Ah,
Yeah.
shit.
So England play Italy in an actual qualifier, and then a couple of days later they play Australia in a friendly. But I think they're playing for something.
Some
So-
cup.
They're playing for the old, like,
Sasso's
football
gonna be
ashes.
there for that.
Yeah, she's gone for that game. She's gone for a few things, but she's gone for that game. Yeah.
Football ashes. Love
Yeah,
that.
is that, I think that's
I don't
what
know,
it is.
but maybe.
I don't
But
know. I'm not a big fan of friendlies, but anyway, that'll be interesting. I want to talk about a guy that because we mentioned the Saudis before, Neymar. His baby mama's given birth.
Okay.
yeah.
We've spoken about the Beckhams.
Yes, we have.
They made it work with some scandals. Neymar has his for paid leave. He gets 2.5 million a week. Apparently, I think that's a bit inflated, but that's apparently what he's earning in Saudi
It's
Arabia.
believable though.
It's
Which is the
believable.
hardest
Definitely.
part.
He got granted paid leave.
Paid leave. Like he needs it.
So he gets this 2.5 million even though he can't be there right now. He's flown to Brazil to see the birth of his child. Now, he's no longer with... You know the whole scandal? He cheated on this Bruna.
But they're not together.
Apparently they're
Her-
not together
him and
yet. She hasn't
Bruna.
taken him back yet.
I thought
Yet.
she took him back because they showed up at an event together.
Has she taken him back?
I don't know. TikTok.
Oh,
That's
okay.
where I get my information from.
It's always reliable. I hear.
Yeah,
it.
but I remember like seeing the scandal happen, and then like a few days later, Bruno showed up to an event with him, and everyone was like, "Has she forgiven him?"
See? Goes back
So
to the
who
first point of the whole
knows?
podcast.
It does.
Stop.
We're back at the start.
We are not.
You can get away with whatever you want
No.
if you're an athlete.
We are not condoning cheating. We are not condoning cheating in any way, shape, or form.
What's that guy say? High value man. What's that?
High value man. Apparently, can get away with whatever the fuck he wants. That's what it sounds like.
That's fucked.
Look, he apologized.
Oh.
He apologized. So then it's fine.
Okay.
As long as you say sorry, everything's fine, apparently.
Bruno's doing her thing in her own right, though.
Yeah,
she
she's like-
doesn't need him.
She's massive, yeah.
Just like Victoria was doing her thing. She didn't need David.
Yeah, it's true. That's right. I'm not arguing with them. Power couples.
I'm not gonna
Power
comment on that. But anyway.
But it reminded me because he got granted this leave and missed the game to go home to. It reminded me of that Roy Keane quote when Roy Keane was managing Ireland and one of his players, the media asked him, was like, "Yeah, it was a well-known."
Oh, yeah,
Kevin
yeah,
Doyle
yeah,
or something.
yeah, yeah.
It was like an Irish striker, and
like
they asked him, "Do you remember?"
Yeah, it's like, are you giving birth?
Yeah,
So you'll be fucking playing.
you'll be playing. You can go after the game. You're not the one carrying the baby, so you'll be fine.
Rich Moses missed the birth of his child for para.
He's also changed like one nappy in the 6 months of his child's life. So like
How do you know that?
he told us.
Oh, okay, yeah,
that
true.
we like when he admitted to that. I think he's changed 2 nappies now actually.
Yeah,
So I
it's
think
right.
that says enough.
Nappies on for everyone. You know what I mean?
Look, you show up, you support however you're capable of.
Yeah.
Whatever, no judgment.
Yeah, no judgment. I hope it works out. Maybe, in 10 years' time, 15 years' time, we're watching the Neymar doco with his missus, and it'll be like Bex.
Yeah, because kids change things, right?
what I
In these particular instances, like
Yeah.
when you have children together.
Well,
like,
Neymar already's got a kid. I don't even know what the situation with that kid is as well. The blonde one.
Oh, it's different baby mum.
I think so.
oh yeah, it's not Bruno's
Yeah,
child.
it's not Bruno's child.
Ah,
Yeah.
didn't know that.
These
I didn't know
footballers
that
just out
either.
here having babies, man.
Yeah.
The amount of time I see, like Raheem Sterling, man, had 2 at like 19.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
he knew,
why I
he
thought
knew
he
where
was
he was
like-
going. So that's fair enough.
That's why I thought Raheem was like 40.
Yeah,
he
I
just
mean,
seems so much
Foden's
older
got a
than
kid
he
as well,
really
isn't he?
is.
Foden's got his kids. Like,
Foden's kid's like more famous than he is.
Yeah. So
That's just strange.
put 'em out.
I'm going to finish the pod with a random one that came in here from Christian Signorelli. Said, Olan would have made it pro if it wasn't for the injuries. I know it. I don't know. He backs
It's funny
you,
because
bro.
I was gonna make a post today, like saying like my Roman Empire is I would have made it pro
Oh my god.
if I had pace and a good first touch.
That's
There's gonna be a quote of all my photos.
Can I say, so when that Roman Empire TikTok was thriving, I asked you both the question. You said, Claude said, oh yeah, like every couple of weeks or something.
Yeah.
And then Olan was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I was like, what?
You don't think about the Roman Empire?
No.
I think about it more than Olan.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I'm
why.
a history buff,
I
though.
don't understand why I would need to think about the Roman Empire.
Aqueducts.
What the fuck is that?
It's incredible.
Roads.
Like it's just incredible.
Oh, they built all the roads.
Marvel. Well, not all the roads in the world, but you're talking about like
They
the
do say
biggest
all
empire.
those
The M1.
roads,
All roads lead to.
all roads lead to Rome.
All roads lead to Rome.
Yeah, it's just
Oh.
no. You're not a history
I
man.
said my Roman. Fucking can't spit it out. My Roman Empire is Kobe Bryant. That's my Roman Empire.
I see
Because
that.
then you think about Kobe
Once a week.
once a week.
I
Yeah,
think about
probably.
Kobe a lot as well.
Probably
That
once a
whole story.
Just like how it's literally
About the
like
tragedy or like just
the
about
tragedy and his impact on the world, and then like how he's gone too soon. That's literally
So-
like Messi dying.
yeah.
It is like
So
that.
it's like
Yeah, it's
one of the
crazy.
greatest
And his
athletes in the
daughter.
world, and his
And
daughter,
his daughter, yeah.
passed too soon. You know,
Yeah.
in a helicopter.
That's fair enough,
I think
yeah.
about it. I'm like, oh sh,
Right.
the fuck Kobe's dead.
That is fair enough. What a tragic way to end the pod. I'm not going to end the pod on that because that's
No,
a question.
that's not sad.
End on a
That's-
positive.
Let's
We're
get
not doing
another
that.
audience
We're not
question
doing
in. Oscar Ling has asked, if you're Ange, would you rather finish 2nd to 4th and make Champions League,
Oh, this is a question.
or finish 8th to 10th and win the FA Cup?
Oh, the FA. Oh, when was the last time Tottenham won a trophy?
Long time.
I reckon Tottenham fans would rather have the FA Cup.
Yeah,
I agree. I think they'd prefer that.
they've played Champions League football.
They've played
right?
Champions League before. They've lost in the final Champions League.
Yeah.
Harry Kane's and all that.
That's a really
So-
good question. Though.
They need the trophies.
But I reckon they would love that.
What about as a Chelsea fan who's like you've seen lift the FA Cup trophy recently enough?
Yeah.
Would you rather get back into the Champions League?
I think I'd.
Or a trophy's a trophy. A trophy always beats.
I think a trophy is always a trophy at the end, and an FA Cup is not a small trophy. at
no,
all.
of course. Yeah.
But I'd probably rather get back in Champions League because we've been there before. We've done it before. you know.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Chelsea are going to make Champions League, and I don't think Ange is going to finish as low at 8th or 10th. He's sitting in first
but
position.
that's
so
the other
far.
thing is like you would it
Hey,
be
you
a
never know
failure
in the
for
Premier
Ange if he
League.
goes from equal first?
You
to
never
equal
know in
10th.
the Premier
Has he
I
League.
bar
don't think
too
he's going
high
to drop
early.
that far.
Yeah.
I don't see them dropping that much this
Yeah.
season. The way that they're playing.
Man, I hate talking about this stuff now because we're only 8 rounds in. We'll see. But there is a break, international break, so no
Yes.
football this weekend in the club land. But there is in the Women's League, WSL.
Did we
Wanderers are
mention
playing.
that City Chelsea game though? All those yellow and red cards.
Yeah, I know.
That was crazy.
Couple red cards there as
Couple
well.
red cards. Quite a few yellows as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mary Fowler was sacrificed as one of those yellows.
Yeah.
As in she had one of those
she had
reds.
to
She had to
come
come off for another
Yeah.
defender, and then Lana Kennedy played. Sam Kerr
Sam
came back.
Kerr's the first game back.
That's right. All our Aussies playing. That's good, man. Good to see Aussies just
They're dominating out there. man.
dominating, bro.
They sure are.
Great to see. Actually, and there could be more Aussies in the Prem next season
Yeah.
because first and second place. You got first place. Harry Sutov started again this weekend for Leicester.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's good.
Good to see him back.
They're
in
coming first. Second place has got Cameron Burgess and Massimo Luongo at Ipswich Town.
Huh.
So it's looking good.
Did you see Ed Sheeran was in the sheds with
Yeah.
Ipswich Town?
Yeah,
That was cute.
that was mad. That was good. That's a good way to end the pod.
Yeah.
That's better. That's more on a happy
positive,
light. I'm happy
yeah.
with that. Big week coming up. International break. We'll talk about it. If Italy beat England this weekend, celebrations on the pod next week. We've also got a little bonus pod dropping.
Yeah, we do.
Aaron Evans is popping back in to chat to us. He's our good mate of the pod. Of course, he played in Indonesia last time we were talking.
Yeah.
He's now played in the Indian Super League. He's
Yeah.
coming back in. Been hearing rumours about where he might sign next. And we're talking India because
He said he's got some really interesting stories of his time in India. And I feel now that, we have Kumdog there, like I feel like it's a part of the world that we haven't really talked about much.
Yeah.
But
this
sounds
would be a
like
good
he's
chat.
got a bit of an update for us.
Yeah, this will be a cracking chat, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the pod. Flick us a 5-star if you're having a good time. Make sure you follow us on all our socials. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Ciao.
there. Yeah.